Hi everyone, my name is Kerrie. I'm a Pilates instructor here in Buda, Texas, and we're currently at Willow Gardens Yoga Studio. And we have some guests with us today. This is a 60-minute Pilates class. So all you might need is a block or a small pillow and your water, and that's all you're going to need for today. We are actually going to get started in a child's pose position. We'd like you to have your toes together and your knees out wide. If this is not comfortable for you in any way, you can take your block and put them under your sit bone. That raises the hips a bit, takes the pressure off your knees. So if that feels better, you can try that. And then just go ahead and reach the arms long, bringing the chest down towards your mat. Rest your forehead down on the mat. And if that is not comfortable in any way, take some movements. Figure out what works for you. Let's start to connect to our breath. Inhale. If that's not comfortable at all, you can just come to an easy seat instead. We'll feel it out. We'll take a nice long deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your mouth, relieving the tension in your jaw. And the air is like you're fogging a mirror. Start to breathe. Long, slow breaths in, long, slow breaths out. Want to bring the body back into a state of rest and digest, our parasympathetic system, as opposed to when we're stressed and we breathe more shallow. This also starts to warm the body up from the inside. You're actually working your muscles, taking deep breaths, because you're spreading your ribs and you're working those deep muscles that are next to the bone. On your next inhale, push through your hands, lift your hips, push yourself forward and come into a quadruped or a tabletop position. So you want to be careful in making sure you have your alignment, wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. So widen your stance a little bit with your knees. And the tops of the feet just lay on the mat if that's a comfortable position. Working slowly through some cat-cows. We're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, pull the belly button in, push the back up towards the ceiling. Let your head come underneath, tucking it under, looking towards your belly button. And then slow as you exhale, let the tailbone come up towards the ceiling. Let your belly start to push down towards the mat. Lift the head, still pushing the shoulders away from your ears, pushing away from the mat. And then on your own breath cycle, exhale, pull belly button in, push the mat away, coming into a mad cat, rounded back position. On your next breath, let the tailbone rise towards the ceiling, belly comes low, and you look up towards the ceiling. So just work through that a couple times, warming up our spine. There goes the train. Nice and easy. More times like this. On this last one, we're going to bring the hips into a neutral position. So in between the two positions where you were having your tailbone tucked and where the tailbone was going to the ceiling, so find that middle place. This is your neutral spine. Pulling the belly button up and in. Zip your rib cage together. Extend your neck long, looking down towards your mat, so take the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. As you inhale, pull your right hand up, so you can bring the arm even with your right ear. Holding it there, extending the arm long, and then slowly bring it back down to the mat. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, raise your left arm, bring it up even with your ear. Make sure your belly button's pulling in and you're pushing the mat away through your right hand, and then slowly bring the hand back down. We're going to do the same thing with our left leg. So inhale, bring the left leg back, and so you can pull it up hip height, flex your foot. Notice what your hips are doing. We want both hips in line with the mat. So if you feel like you're tipping up, try to pull it down so the hips are even. It looks great. Hold here. And slowly bring the knee back in. Same thing on the other side. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Pull belly button and lift the right leg back. Flex through your foot. Send the heel back away from you. So we're already engaging our leg, core muscles, and slowly bring it back down. Coming into bird dog. So it's the same thing you were doing, only now it's going to be right arm and left leg. So use your breath. Pull the belly button in as you extend the leg long. Pull the arm long. If you can, flex your foot. Really pushing your heel back away from you and pulling the arm in the opposite direction. Belly button pulls in, long neck. And release everything back to the mat. Same thing on the other side. Inhale. Reach the arm out. And then if you're ready, bring your leg out. Try to flex through your foot. Keeping an active foot, engaging the muscles of our legs. And then slowly bring it back in. Go ahead and sit your hips back onto your feet and come into a child's pose. This time our knees are a little bit closer. So just notice the difference in the body here and how it feels. This is more of a stretch for the low back. Because when we started, we were working on more of the hips and opening the hips. Just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. And your inhale, go ahead and push yourself back up into your tabletop position. We're going to walk ourselves out onto our forearms. So walking hands more towards the end of the mat. So we're coming a little bit forward. We want to try to keep our hips over top of our knees. So we're reaching forward with our arms. And then go ahead and try to sink the chest down towards the mat. This is opening the upper back and through the shoulders. It's a variation of a puppy pose in yoga. If this feels okay on your shoulders, you want more of an opening, you can put your palms flat on the mat. Extend your arms long. Feel that a lot more through the shoulders and upper back. Give that a try, or you can stay right where you were on your forearms. Try to use your Pilates ha breath. When you release the jaw, let the breath go. And slowly start to push yourself back up. Walking the hands back towards the knees. And just again, sitting the heels back. So we're opening up our ankles now. So if this is again uncomfortable, you can always put a block underneath your sit bones if that doesn't feel good. So just inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, pull the arms open like a cactus and feel your shoulder blades pull down your back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Really open the arms. Feel the shoulders pull down and away from the ears. Inhale up and exhale. Nice and hold here. Inhale, arms up. And bring your right hand down to the mat, right beside your hip, and then just reach over, feeling this stretch all the way from your wrist, all the way down to your hip. Use your hand that's on the floor to push, keeping your left hip plugged in against your heel. And then inhale up through center, and the hand down to the hip. And the other one comes up and over. Use this hand to steady the one that's on the floor. Push into it. And then exhale up through center. Go ahead and come onto your hip. And bring your legs out in front. And I'm just going to scoot myself more to the middle of my mat. So I have a little more space. You can take your block. You can place it between your knees or your ankles. So you might want to play with this a little bit, see what feels best. I like it between my knees better. I feel like I can find a better grounding this way. So we're already activating our inner thighs because we're pressing into the block. Take your hands and just bring them underneath your knees, behind your knees, or on your thighs. Inhale. Lengthen your spine long. Pull the shoulder blades down the back, just like we did when we were cactusing our arms. Feel that connection. And as you exhale, pull this high point of the ribcage, the T-point, pull it in and around your spine. Then inhale, come back up, lengthen. Exhale, roll everything in, find C shape with your spine. Inhale, rise. Exhale, curl your spine. Inhale, lengthen, open your vertebrae. Exhale, find flexion of your spine. Hold here, see if you come back a little bit further, and maybe you release the legs. Maybe you hold it here, or maybe you stay where you are. Try to up a level a little bit, hold it here, and then inhale, come on up. Exhale, curl your spine, and sink into it. And engaging through the core muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Really squeeze into the block so you're engaging your legs. You can hold it here. Great. If you need to grab a hold behind here, that's great too. See if you can open your right hand towards the floor and then bring it back up through center. So inhale, the hand comes back. Exhale, comes back in. Open up to the right. Come back in. Press your feet into the mat. Squeeze the block. Activating through our inner thighs. Our pelvic floor is probably pulling up. You're engaging that. You're trying to hold this position. One more time to the right. Bring it up, and one more time to the left. Awesome. Bring it up through center. And now slowly release yourself back down. You can always grab your legs. Bring yourself slowly down to your mat. Move the block out of the way. Bring your knees into your chest. And give yourself a little hug. You can wrap your forearms around your knees. You can bring the hands back behind the knees, whatever feels good. Rock from one hip to the other. Bring the low back have a chance to just release from the work it was just doing. Take your hands and grab a hold of your left shin and let your right leg drop down long. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Maybe even open it up on the outside of the ribs, bringing it towards your left armpit. Just feel the stretch and the opening through the hip, and even the hip flexor on your right leg. Remember to breathe. Use your Pilates breath. Fog the mirror with your exhale. And slowly start to bring the right knee in, and we'll just switch. Holding on to the right knee, squeezing it into the chest. Pull it in. Let your left leg fall long. See if you can pull your shoulders away from your ears. And lengthen your neck. Maybe nod your chin a little bit. And slowly release your right leg. Let the sole of the foot come down to the mat and walk your left foot in so it matches. You want to open the feet so they're hip distance apart. Plant it into the mat. We're going to work on some bridging. The first one we're going to do is with an imprinted spine. So you want to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, pull the belly button in, letting the tailbone come towards the ceiling. So really scooping the belly, finding a hollow in the belly. Pulling the hip points down towards the mat. Now all of your spine is pressing into the mat. Hands come down long by your hips. Press your shoulders into the mat. Inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, pull your hips off the mat. And one vertebrae at a time, start to pull the hips up towards the sky. Hold here, press into your feet. Now we're slowly going to release our spine. First the upper back, then the mid back, the waist. The last thing to come down is the tailbone. And then let it just rock forward, making a little bit of space under your low back. That's your neutral spine. Inhale. As you exhale, pull the belly button in, tuck your tail, fighting that scoop, imprinted back. Press through your hands, inhale, and lift the hips. So coming into a bridge. It's different than a yoga bridge. We're not opening our heart so much in this one. We're trying to keep our upper back down on the mat. From here, see if you can lift your hands towards the sky. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Hold here. And slowly let the hands come down to the mat and release your spine one vertebrae at a time. Nice and easy. Back down to the mat until your tailbone touches and it rocks heavy into the mat, finding your neutral spine. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your belly button in. Squeeze your tailbone. Push it towards the ceiling. And then lift your hips. Pushing your hands into the mat. Finding your stability, and if that feels okay, go ahead and lift your hands towards the sky. And then bring the hands back down to the hips, down to the mat. Slowly release your spine. Nice and easy, back down. So we're in our neutral spine. See if you can find it. The tailbone is heavy, like you're sitting back in a seat. So push it down into the mat. T-point pulls in. The high point of the rib cage pulls down towards the mat. So sink your heart into the mat. Find a little bit of space under your low back. See if you can hang on to that. So we're going to do a bridge with our neutral spine. So press into your hands and your feet and lift your hips. can hang onto the neutral spine. So your hips probably don't feel like they come up as high, and that's okay. That's normal. And then slowly release down like a drawbridge. So the tailbone should touch before anything else, and then release. One more time. Find your neutral spine. Press your tailbone into the mat. Press through your hands and your feet and lift your hips. Squeezing through the backs of your legs. Holding this here. See if you can pull your toes up off the mat. And just the heels are touching. So squeeze, really feeling the activation of the back of the legs. And then see if you can walk your left foot out, maybe just 6 inches, and then the right one out 6 inches. Then bring the left one in and the right one in. So we're just marching our feet. So press into your hands, activate your arms. And just step the left in and then the right. So it only has to be an inch or two, it doesn't have to be that far. You're still working through the muscles on the back of the legs. You're working your stability in your core. And we're working our back muscles as well. And then come back to your starting position. Let the toes come down and slowly release the back down. This time, bring your right foot up to the ceiling. Cross your ankle over your left leg. So you're in like a figure 4 here with your leg. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, push up. So this time we only have one leg to press into, one foot to press into. So we're really activating through our left side. Really squeeze. Feel the muscles at the back of the legs working here. So little pulses. Let the hips come down just an inch and then squeeze back up. Really squeeze through your left glute muscle. Inhale, release, exhale. Push it up. Release an inch down and then squeeze it up. Just 2 more like this. Squeeze it up. Last one for this side. Squeeze it up. And then slowly release your hips back down to the mat. Release the right foot back down to the mat. Left side. Turn, so left ankle over right knee. Find your figure 4. Flex through your foot. I feel like that helps keep the leg engaged. Press through your hands, press through your right foot, lift your hips. Hold here. Squeeze through the back of the legs on the right side. Press your right foot into the mat. Use your hands to help you. Press into your arms. Shoulders are pressing into the mat. Let the right hip come down just an inch or so and then squeeze it back up. Press it towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, squeeze and push the hip up. Inhale, the hip drops down. Exhale, squeeze it up. Let the hip come down, squeeze it up. This is the last one for the side. You've got it. Squeeze it up, hold it there, and slowly release back down. Nice work. Bring the knees into the chest, and just rock it out, one hip to the other. And come into a happy baby pose. Just stretch it out more so you can bring the hands between the legs. Grab a hold of the feet from the outside or the inside, or you can grab a hold of big toes or your ankles, wherever it feels good. So you can bring the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Really drive the knees down towards the mat with your hands. And then the feet press into the hands. So you have this tug of war going on. And then see if you can rock your tailbone into the mat, opening up your sacrum and your low back. And then just rock back and forth like a happy baby would. Just enjoy the stretch. You can open one leg and then the other. You can open both. Do what feels good for you, whatever you need. Stretch it out. And slowly release the feet back down to the mat, nice and easy. And bring the hands back behind your head. Interlace your fingers. Just let the head rest. Let the hands cradle the back of the head. So our elbows are pretty wide right now. As we inhale and exhale, curl up. We want to keep our elbows pretty wide. So curl up, look towards your belly button, and see if you can see your elbows in your periphery. Try to hold them there. And then inhale, come back down. Exhale, curl up. So in this position, you can try to have neutral spine, or imprinted is fine as well. So see if you can hold on to the neutral, but sometimes it's hard. Come on down. Curl back up so you can hold your neutral spine. From here, see if you can bring your left knee in towards your chest. Now bring your right armpit towards your knee. So really squeezing through your side of the muscles here. And then slowly come back down, let the foot come down to the mat. Other side, inhale, exhale, curl up. Bring the right knee up. And then lift and pull your armpit, left armpit to right knee. And then slowly come back down. See if we can do it all in one motion. Exhale, bring the knee up and the armpit. And then bring it back down. Other side. Squeeze it up and back down. Squeeze it up. We're using those side oblique muscles. Come back down. Left armpit to right knee and back down. On the other side. And then back up. Right side. So listen for the change here. When you bring your left knee in, see if you can extend the leg this time. So really reaching with the armpit towards the extended leg. And then bring it back to the mat. Extend the leg, pull the armpit up and over. And back down. Left leg comes up. Back down. Other side. And down. One more on the left. Squeeze and pull your armpit towards the leg. This time the left armpit comes up and over. And back down. Release the hands. Pull the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Nice work. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. Release the tension in your jaw. Keeping a hold of the knees, just place your right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, curl your head and shoulders up. Look to your belly button. So if you can hold this position here, at any point you can always bring the head and shoulders down if it becomes too much. Release the right leg, let it come long, and take your right hand and just let it lay on your ankle. Then bring the right knee in, and we're going to switch. Let the left leg come long, and the left hand comes to ankle. So you can see my leg is just hovering, stretching along. You can point or flex your foot. We want to have an active leg. So using our breath, exhale. Inhale as the legs come in, exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in, exhale, extend. Right knee comes in. So it's just a gentle touch to the legs. We're not necessarily pulling or squeezing on our leg. It's just a gentle touch. It's more about the core working here. Finding that stability. Left leg long. And then the right leg comes long. And then the last one, left leg comes long. And curl up like a ball. And release your head and shoulders back down to the mat. Release your feet down. Let one foot come on each edge of your mat. Bring your right foot up towards the ceiling. Cross the ankle over your left knee. And then let your legs fall to the right. You can open your arms like a T and look to your left. So you should feel a really great stretch through the hip flexor on the left leg all the way up through your rib cage. As you inhale, feel your rib cage on the left side expand. Bring the knees back through center. Set your right foot down on the edge of your mat. Left foot, ankle crosses over right knee. And let the legs fall to the left and look to the right. As you inhale, feel the expansion of your rib cage on the right. And then exhale, open your mouth, let the breath go. And inhale the legs back through center. Reach the legs long, the arms come up above the head, and just take a good morning stretch. Reaching the arms one way and the feet the opposite direction. We're going to work on our roll-ups. You want to flex through your feet. From here, you can have the feet together or you can open them hip distance. If you have any kind of low back issues, sometimes having the feet apart feels a little bit better. You can play with that positioning. The arms stay up above the head. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you're going to curl your head and shoulders up. The arms come with the ears. Look towards your feet or look towards your belly button, either one. Inhale. See if you can pull your shoulders up off the mat. Maybe grab your legs for a little bit of assistance. We're trying not to use momentum, trying to use our core here. And slowly bring yourself up. You can always walk your hands along your legs to help you. And then reach forward. Keep the feet flexed. Pull your belly button in. Really reach the arms long. And slowly restack your vertebrae, bringing the shoulders away from the ears, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to go back down. So it's the same thing. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, pulls everything in. Find C shape with your spine. So slowly releasing our vertebrae back down to the mat. At some point you might feel like you're going to fall, so grab your legs. Help yourself to ease yourself down so you can feel each vertebrae touch the mat as you slowly come back down, arms up above the head. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders up. Use your breath. Inhale, so you can bring your shoulders up. Maybe grab your legs to help you. And slowly come back up. And then reach forward, taking a stretch. You can always bend your knees if your hamstrings feel tight and it feels like it's too much. And then exhale, restack your vertebrae, sit up nice and tall. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. One more time, inhale. Pull everything in, pull your belly button and find C shape with your spine. Slowly release your vertebrae. Keep breathing. You can grab the legs and walk yourself down nice and easy. Extend the arms long. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Pull your shoulders up. Walk your hands along your feet or along your legs. Take the stretch. Reach long. Bend in your knees if that feels better. And then restack your vertebrae and sit up nice and tall. And release the arms down. Shake the legs out. Be intense for the back of the legs. We're going to work on some spine twists. We're going to open our feet up wider than hip distance. Flexing our feet so we're already engaging our legs. Sitting up nice and tall, arms out to our sides. So make sure you can see your fingers in your periphery and your focus is straight ahead. So keeping our lower half stable, so we're plugging in our sits bones. Plugging in our heels. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, twist over towards the mirrors that's in this direction. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And inhale back through center. If this is intense for the back of the legs or the low back, bend your knees. And then twist. And then come back through center. You can also sit on a block. If that feels better, sometimes lifting your hips a little bit. Feels a little bit better on the low back, and then bend your knees. Inhale through center, come over to the other side. Inhale through center, lengthen your spine, exhale, twist. It's not comfortable. That's good. You can also just come down like this, or into a comfortable seat. So whatever works, you can cross your legs. Come back through center. Over to the other side. And back through center. And bring the arms down. And just shake the legs out. Let it go. We're going to grab our block and we're going to work on our sideline exercises. So take your block and put it to your back corner of your mat. So I'm going to put it over here. So I'm going to do it this way so they can see me on the screen. We're going to come down on our side. So you want to line your shoulder up with the back edge of your mat, and then your hip with the back edge of your mat. You just let your head rest on the block if that feels okay. If that's not comfortable, you can also use your arm, or like that. So you might need to play with that a little bit, find out what's comfortable. From here, extending our legs long out to the front corner of our mat. You want to pull up your rib cage as much as you can. So push your shoulder into the mat, push your hip into the mat, and lift your rib cage like somebody's poking you in the side. Flex through your feet and see if you can pull your right hip down, making the top leg longer. I'm just going to check everybody here before we get started. Yeah, so just pull the rib cage in, nice, it looks good, hold there. Flexing both your feet. From here, just bring the top leg up and hold it here. So we're really trying to work on this high glute medius muscle right here, which is really hard to get into, so you really want to think about your alignment, keeping this leg long. So already you can probably feel this working. From here, just bring your foot forward as far as you can. Point your toe and then drag your toe back behind you, squeezing through this muscle right here. Flex your foot and bring the leg forward. Point your toe, drag it back. Squeeze here. Keep pulling up your side if you can. Point, or flex the foot, sorry, bring it forward. Then point the toe and drag it back. Inhale the foot forward. Exhale, drag your toe, point it. Like you're dragging it through sand. Finding that resistance. Flex it, come forward. Drag the toe. Flex, pull it forward. Drag your toe. How you guys doing? Flex, bring it forward. And drag your toe. A couple more like this. Flex, bring it forward. Point the toe and drag the toe back. Squeeze the muscle back there. Yes. Flex your foot, bring it forward. Drag your toe, bring it back. And then come back to the starting position. I'm just sticking a moment here. You just let the leg come down. Let your side come down. Give it a little massage if it needs it. Come it out. Feels good. From here, we're going to bend our knees. So you want to bring your shins so that they're even with the front of your mat. Perfect. So that gives you 90 degrees with your legs. Yeah. So you bend your legs and bring your shins together like this. Yeah. Perfect. Flexing through your feet. Same thing. You want to pull up your side. Nice. And the two hips to line up with each other. So from here, same thing. We're just going to bring that leg up. Let it hover. Pull your side up. If you lost it, try to pull it up, squeeze it in. And then just little squeezes up. So really open up the hips, squeezing through here, and then bring it back to our railroad tracks. Then squeeze it up, and then back. And squeeze it up, and back. Squeeze it, really feel it here. Pulling your side up. So think about trying to keep the knee in the same place it was. So we're trying not to open up our hips so much as squeezing up using this muscle. So squeeze it up. So keep the knee in the stable position where it started. Squeeze it up. 2 more. And the last one. And hold it here. Let it hover. Find your railroad tracks. Pull your side up if you lost it. Press your hand into the mat to help you keep lifted. Hold it here. You should really be feeling it right here. Keeping the knees right where they are. We're just going to extend our heel forward. Squeeze it forward and then come back to the starting position. Squeeze it forward. Use your breath. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You should really be feeling it here. Use your breath. 3 more. You got it. You can do it. 2 more. Feeling it here. Last one. Awesome. And release it. Just open it up. Give it a stretch. Maybe bring it back behind. Whatever feels good. Pound on it. Give it a little break. From here, you're just going to push yourself up. Or block with us and move to the other side. Do the same thing on the other side. So you want to get yourself lined up. Shoulder comes down to the back of the mat. And the hip comes down to the back of the mat. And I extend my legs long towards the front corner of my mat. Pulling my side up, I'm pressing into my shoulder and I'm pressing in my hip to lift my rib cage up, squeezing it up and in. Flexing through my feet and then pulling my hip long away from my armpit. So my top leg is longer than my bottom. I'm just resting my head here, front hand in, or the top hand in front. Inhale, bring it up, hold it here. Flexing through your foot so you're engaging the muscle and feeling this starting to work already. Hold here. Inhale, exhale, pull this up. Really flexing through your foot. Inhale, bring the foot forward. Point the toe and drag it all the way behind and squeeze it. Flex, bring it forward. Point the toe and drag it back behind you. Flex, bring it forward. Exhale, drag it. Like you're pulling it through sand. Flex your foot, bring it forward. Point your toe, drag it. Use your breath. Keep pulling up your rib cage. Flex it, bring it forward. Point and drag your toe. Flex, pull it forward. Point, drag your toe. Keep pulling up your side. Inhale, bring it forward and drag it. Just have one more like this. You guys got it? Bring it forward, point the toe and drag it. And come back to your starting position. And then let it come down. Whew, nice work. Pound it out. So we're coming into the next position where we had 90 degrees, so our shins were even with the front of the mat. Again, flexing your feet. Then lifting up your side, bringing your rib cage up off the mat the best that you can, pressing into your shoulder and your hip so you can lift it up high, squeeze it in, flex your feet, and then bring the top leg up. Just to hover, find your railroad tracks. You want your knee and your ankle to be even, like railroad tracks. And from here, we're just squeezing up so the knee is staying right where it is. We're not opening up. Just keep it this way and just squeeze up, opening the legs, and then back to our starting position. Squeeze it open and back, and really feel this muscle working back here. It doesn't take much movement to start to feel that muscle. And breathe, inhale and exhale. Squeeze it up. 5, you got it. 4, pull your belly button in. 3, 2, and the last one, bring it back to your railroad tracks. From here, the knee stays where it is, and just pushing the heel forward, squeezing through the quad muscle, your thigh muscle, and then bring the heel back. Squeeze it forward, and bring it back. Squeeze it forward, and bring it back. Push your heel forward, come back, push it forward. You feel your thigh muscle activate when you push your heel forward. And 2. Last one. You guys did it, you did it, you did it. Woohoo, yeah. And take whatever movement you need here. Stretch it out, whatever feels good. I'm going to move the block out of the way. And just come to our backs. We're going to do a little bit deeper stretches for that muscles that we just worked back there. So coming back into the figure 4 like we did earlier, bringing your right ankle over top of your left knee. So the leg is in a 4 position. Just take your right hand and press your knee open. Flex through your right foot. Just press it open. Let the muscles have a chance to just release. Relax your jaw. Use your ha breath like you're fogging the mirror. And if you need a deeper stretch, you can come into reclined pigeon. You can grab a hold of behind your thigh, or you can grab your knee. And just pull your legs towards your chest, flexing through both of your feet. You can even open the left heel towards the ceiling if that feels better, a little deeper stretch. So just see what feels best for you today. And then release the left foot back down to the mat if you had it up, and switch legs. Left ankle over right knee, and then press your knee open with your left hand. Flex through your left foot. Pull your toes towards your shin. Try to relax into it. If you're ready for a deeper stretch, you can recline pigeon again. pulling the knees, your right knee towards the chest. I like to press my elbow, my left elbow into my knee, so I keep pushing it open. I feel like it gets into my hip a little bit better. You can always extend your right heel towards the ceiling. And then release the foot back down to the mat. We're going to bring our knees over to the right, rolling onto our right side. Push yourself up a little bit and roll yourself over onto your stomach. We're going to work on some back strengthening exercises. So you just let your hands overlap and let your forehead come down to your hands. You're going to open the feet wide, so 1 foot at each corner of the mat. And here we want to learn how to protect our low back. So you want to really pull the belly button up and in. So really think about squeezing your belly button towards your spine, pulling it in. And from there, you might notice that your hip bones or your pubic bone press into the mat. That's perfect. It's like a suction cup shape on the mat. And then press the tops of your feet into the mat. Push your toenails into the mat so much that maybe you lift your kneecaps up off the mat. So this action right here is what's going to protect your low back as we work on bringing our chest up. So hold on to that engagement. Inhale. See if you can pull your chest up, leaving your forehead on your hands. So just lifting up. And if you find this is too much, you can always bring your palms down and lift up that way also. See what works for you. And then exhale, come on down. Shake it out, release everything, wiggle the hips. On your next exhale, pull the belly button in, start pressing your toenails into the mat, scooping your belly. Inhale, bring the chest up, bring your head up on your hands if you can. Again, if that's too much for the low back, you can open the hands, press the palms into the floor, and just lightly push into your palms. And slowly release back down and shake it out. Release your muscles. We have one more like this. Inhale. To prepare as you exhale, scoop your belly. Pull everything in nice and tight. Squeezing your thigh muscles, lifting your kneecaps. Inhale, pull your chest up. See if your hands can come with your forehead. Hold here, squeeze through your glutes, working those low back muscles, and then release back down. Let it go, shake it out. Nice work. This time we're going to extend our hands out in front of us. We're bringing the chin down towards the mat. We're just lifting the chest a little bit, pressing our feet into the mat. This time we're going to lift our right arm, and then see if you can lift your left leg. So opposite, just like we started off in tabletop. So right hand, left leg, and then let them come back down. Inhale, bring your left hand and your right foot up. And then bring it back down. Inhale, right hand, left leg. So it's like a swimming, really slow swimming stroke here. Then opposite, left hand, right foot. So you can start to speed it up, or you can stay at this pace. You can even bring the hands and the feet to hover so you're barely touching the floor. You decide where you're at today and work on the variation that works for you. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Just keep switching opposite arms and legs. Very slow swimming, or you can speed it up. One more on each side. And then release back down, shake it out. And bring the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. And windshield washer the feet back and forth. Sometimes that feels good if you're low back. Releasing everything. And then bring your feet back down. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Scoop your belly. Bring your hands out like cactuses or goalposts on either side. So the elbows are even with the shoulders. And then turn your chin to the mat. Scoop your belly and start pressing the feet in. From here, press into your hands and lift your chest. Lengthen your neck long so the back of the head starts to lift towards the ceiling. So looking down towards your neck. Nice, that's the way. And slowly release back down. Bring the palms in underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Inhale and press yourself up. And sit back on your heels into child's pose. Once again, you can take the knees wide or knees together, whichever feels better for you. Take a moment here for yourself. Let the low back release. And slowly start to push yourself up. Coming down onto your hip. And let the feet come out in front. Let's do a nice easy seat. So I'm trying not to have my back. Sit up nice and tall. Again, bringing your hands out on either side of the hips. Press into the floor and really extend your spine long. Pull the belly button in. Keeping the right hand down on the floor, reach your left arm up to the sky. And then bend your elbow and come on over and just take the stretch. Pushing into your hands so your left hip doesn't lift off the mat. And then come back up through center, bring the hand down. Again, push your hands into the mat. A little isometric push here. Lengthen your spine. And then bring your right hand up. And then reach it over. And slowly come back up. We're going to turn ourselves so that we have a Z-sit. So you want to have one shin even with the front of your mat and the other shin even with the top of your mat. So just turn this way. I guess I'll look at you guys in the mirror. So you just want to come into a Z-sit. So again, pressing your right hand into the mat, trying to get your left hip to come down. And sometimes that can be intense, so just take it easy. And slowly start to bring your right knee up towards the chest, keeping your spine long. And then holding it in there, release your hand and slowly let it come back down to the mat. So inhale, pull it in, lengthen your spine, hold it there, squeeze it in, and then slowly let it come back down to the mat. And one more time, pull it in, hold here, and then slowly let it release back down. Nice. We're going to grab our foot back here. So flex your foot, take your hand and just pull the leg up as far as it'll go. And maybe it just comes an inch or so, and that's okay. Everybody's flexibility in this position is different. Now really squeeze your heel towards your sit bone. Try to hold the foot there as you release it and let it slowly come back down. So again, pull it up just as far as the body will let it come. Hold it there, squeeze the muscles, engage the muscles. Let your hand go and slowly let it come back down. Nice control. Bring it back up. So again, we're working through these muscles back here. And slowly let it come back down. Nice. And walk your hands or your feet through center. Come to the other side. So really lengthen your spine. Push through your hands. See if you can bring your hip back down. Just working on some hip mobility. My hips are really tight, so mine wants to pull up like that. So I actually have to push it down. Go ahead and pull your left knee towards the chest, lengthen your spine, hold it there, squeeze your muscles, and then slowly let it come back down. Nice. Pull it in, squeeze the muscles, engage the leg muscles, hold it there, and slowly let it come back down. Nice. One more time, pull it in, squeeze the muscles, and let it come back. Now let's try this back leg. This is always interesting. Yeah. Hold it up there just as far as your flexibility is. Squeeze the muscles and then slowly release back down. I have way more control on this side than I do on the other side. And that's normal for one side to be more flexible or stronger. And let it come down. And one more time. Pull the heel up. Squeeze, engage the muscles. Slowly let it come back down. Nice. Great. I'm just going to turn myself this way forward. And open the legs wide. And sit nice and tall. Just find some length between your hip bones and your shoulders. Really open up your vertebrae, your ribs. Inhale. Exhale, bring hands in front. walk your hands forward, nice and easy. Try to keep your feet flat, toes towards the ceiling. Just take your time. Walk yourself forward. Depending on your flexibility, like how you there. You can walk yourself straight up. Otherwise, just try to keep your spine long, neck long. When you get to your maximum, just hold there. I'm just going to turn myself this way and see what we're doing. So long spine, hinging at the hips, walking our hands forward. When you find that maximum position, then go ahead and let the head come down, ears even with the arms. Round your spine a little bit if that feels better. And slowly start to walk your hands back up. And you can bring the legs in nice and easy. Do a nice easy seat. Sit nice and tall. Shoulders down away from the ears. And just let the chin come down to the chest. Hold it for a moment. Back of the neck. Stretch out. And slowly roll your right ear over to your right shoulder. You can take your hand and just give it a little gentle pull. Try to find some length on that shoulder. Pull down. And stretch the side of the neck. And release it. Let the head fall back behind. And this can feel intense sometimes, so just take it real slow and easy. Let the head fall back. And slowly let the left ear come to the left shoulder. Again, if you want to just your hand. A little pull. A little deeper stretch. And let the chin come back to the chest. This time we're going to go the other direction. You can go at your own speed here. Just let the head roll all the way around. Just take notice of how your neck feels in different positions. Just go slow. So important to move our joints every day. If you're hearing some cracks and crunches, that's completely normal. It just means that it needs to move a little bit. So if you do this every day, those cracks and crunches tend to get less and less. So one more time, bring the chin down to the other direction. Nice and easy, real slow, and mindful. And when your chest, or your chin gets down to your chest, go ahead and bring your head up. You're going to look over your right shoulder as far as you can, keeping the shoulders facing forward. And come back through center and look over your left shoulder as far as you can. And come back through center. Take your left hand onto your right knee. The right hand comes back behind. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then twist and look over your right shoulder. And come back through center. Right hand grabs left knee. Left hand comes behind. Inhale, lengthen your spine and twist. Look over your left shoulder as far as you can. And come back through center. And you're all done for today. Nice work, you guys. Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining us today. Again, my name is Kerrie. We're here in Buda at Willow Gardens Hot Yoga Studio. Thank you. Bye.